Hello students, today is our 11th class of PHP, and as I mentioned in my previous class that we will be doing one more example of validation. This validation is about the required field. That means we are going to check whether user has left any field of the form empty. If any field is empty, we are going to display the error message to the user. This is our form, and in action I have used the same file name because we are going to do the validation in the same file. I have also added a link of style sheet so that our form looks little better and not ugly like last lecture. I'll just run the program and show you the form. So this is our form. It looks little better compared to last time. I have added one more field, gender. Since we are going to deal with the required field, we can add one star so that people understand that this is required. Just add star in front of the fields which are required. Now we are going to check for the required field, and for that we have to write PHP script. So here is our PHP script. In this PHP I have used the if condition, and inside this if I am using the function isSet. IsSet function is an inbuilt function in PHP. It checks whether a variable is set and it is not null. This function also checks if a declared variable or an array or an array key has null value. If it does, isSet returns false. Otherwise, it returns true. Now inside this isSet, I have used the super global post, and I have used submit. Now this submit is the name of our input type submit, or in other words, this is the name given to our submit button. So actually if you see what this if condition does, it just checks whether user has submitted the form or no. If user has submitted the form, then after the submission we are going to do the validation of the fields in the form. What are we going to check? We are going to check that no field in the form is empty, which we have mentioned as required. For that we are using the function called as empty, and we are checking if the name is empty. So this is, we are using the super global post for name, and we are checking if the name is empty, then we want to display this error message saying that name is required. Similarly for the address and for email. So we are checking whether user has left it empty. If it is empty, an error message. If it is an empty field, then there is an error message. Let's run the program and check whether error messages are displayed or no. So you see the star values, that means these fields are required. I'll leave the first field empty and I will type some address, the gender, and will submit the query, and see there is an error message saying that name is required. Okay, similarly you can check for the other fields. For example, I'll type some name. Let's add an email, select the gender, and I will submit the query. See, now the error message is address is required. So that is how you can write a PHP script for the required field. That's all for the day. Thank you.